Okay, so as you can see here, this video is talking about furries. So this disclaimer will be right here, because honestly I'm not trying to deal with people arguing about furries and why they don't like it. So I'm giving you 5 seconds to click out the video. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright then, I warned you. Okay, so furries. So exactly what is a furry? Or more or less, what do they do? For me, I'm just gonna give opinion on it and sort of my, standpoint on it, and then why I think of it, like whether I like it or not. So first off, as introducing everything, what is a furry? So it's usually somebody that is like an artist or an anthropomorphic animal in a way. It's usually people that dress up in fursuits and, go out in public, go to cons, make art, etc. It's not really anything hard to explain, because they are just, people that are kind of like mascots in a way, if you look at it that way, though. Like, they usually just go out in public, make videos, make art commissions, etc. But even then, I don't consider people that make animals in anthro style furries. Like, yeah, it says that in the name, but I mean, for me, less they classify themselves as that a furry, then I classify them as a furry, because they said it themselves. But I don't consider them do it. I mean, hell, I do it, but I don't consider myself a furry at all. So, what do? Well, like I just said, they usually go to cons, and they usually draw art. So it's not that hard to see them usually, be in college, make videos, make YouTube videos, vlogs, be on sites like Fur Affinity, DeviantArt, make commissions, buy fursuits, or, etc. It's usually what's in their fandom, which most sites say, which is usually, hanging out with others, hugging, collabs, interaction, which us humans don't do. That's actually pretty sad. But regardless, I think the furry fandom is honestly not that hard to understand if you look at it from both sides. Like, sure, like, I know it's wrong to do, you know, fur affinity, because, you kind of already get the gist, perverted stuff. And I mean, every fandom has its perverted side, so it's not that big of a deal. But moving on from that, because I'll address that in a little bit, why do they, do this stuff? It's hard to explain, but in the early 1960s, it was actually discussed at a convention how the science behind most animals being in like a personality or functionality, like how most humans would be. Therefore, anthropomorphic animals are anything that's human-like. That's why most furries usually have their human quirks, if you call it that. I don't. I just call it anthro or furry. But honestly, I don't see a problem with that. Like, I know that most of them can seem different, odd, and yeah, sure, most of them actually draw the occasional NSFW art, but regardless, I let them do their own thing. I'm not gonna bother, I'm not gonna judge. Just let them do their own thing. As long as it doesn't involve me, I am fine with it. But honestly, I feel like people hate this stuff just because of the word, or just because they don't want to see it. Like, even the media portrays it as bad. But like, the movie Zootopia, hell, that inspired a bunch of furries, and honestly, I'm surprised that did, because honestly, I felt like that was the only movie I felt fandom actually focused on. I mean, to be honest, for me, I kind of didn't care what the furry fandom did during the past years, but, like, it's just, every fandom does their own thing. It's not like there's any way to prevent it, stop it, or anything. So, just let it be. But, my overall standpoint, I have to say I don't support furries, I don't like them, I don't hate them, I don't despise them, and I don't love them. I kind of have a sort of opinion for them. It's not like I have a strong viewpoint. Like, how do I word this? They're interesting. I don't know. Like, you learn a bit from them, and then other people don't. Like, for me, I like to at least look at the good and bad side of certain situations so that I can come to a conclusion. But I feel like most people don't do that. They just look at the bad, and then they just classify it as that. They don't look at the good, even if the bad outweighs the good. But regardless, like, I know people have opinions, but I mean, at least think before you at least come to a decision, please, because that's how I feel like most internet drama comes to be. People don't think before they do. But in all honesty, furries are just interesting creatures or people, because most of them consider themselves creatures or other beings, which is part of the reason why they became a furry. But that's all I had to say. So, please don't make fun of me for this, because honestly, I just wanted to get this out of the way. So if you liked this, then you don't have to like the button. You really don't. But if you have a topic for me to talk about for the discussion series, let me know in the comment section below. I'll feature your comment. Subscribe if you haven't, which I know a lot of you probably have, but if you haven't, then definitely do. Make sure you stay notified. And as always, and as every time I say, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.